Born and raised in Niagara-on-the-Lake, Jim Smith knows the town like the back of his hand. Being a lifelong resident, Jim shares the history in his new book, Reflections on Past Times in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Jim joins me now in studio. Jim, what sparked the idea for this book?
Well, it was all by serendipity, all by accident. I had a picture of this round boat called a swimming saucer that my dad had taken in 1955. And I thought, you know, today nobody would believe this picture. The round boat would go down to the beach. We had a huge beach in those days with hundreds of people in the sand. And for 10 cents, the kids could get on this round boat. It would go out in the lake. It was called the swimming saucer. And the kids would hold on to ropes on the perimeter of this boat. And the boat would go round and round and round, faster and faster. They'd hold on to the ropes. And then at some point, they would let go of the ropes and fly off into the water. And so I thought, well, I'm going to send this picture to the Niagara Advance at that time. And Penny Cole published it, and she asked me if I had any more pictures or stories like that, and I said I did. And that's how it all got started.
Oh my goodness, and you're right, nobody would have believed that, because could you imagine now today a boat that threw kids off of ropes into the water?
It wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah,
no.
Exactly. So nice to have that photographic evidence. So what goes into making a book like this?
Well, it was quite simple in a way because I just did one story a week to the Niagara Advance. So I would find a picture and then I'd write a story. And that's how it all happened.
Oh my goodness. So thank you for putting that all together for us. Where did all the photographs come from?
Well, I'm a collector of old Niagara-on-the-Lake photographs.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad had his old photographs, and I was very interested in photography, and I am very, and I take a lot of pictures myself, but I collect old pictures, and I get them from friends, old timers from Niagara. I'd go around to their houses and ask them if they had any old pictures, and I'd get those. And so I've collected them over the years, and I have like thousands.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So still maybe a second edition to come.
Well, I've been working on it, but I've put it aside at the moment because I'm putting together a book of pictures of my wife and I when we were first married for our children. So that's what I'm working on now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What a lovely thing.
But I'm already about possibly halfway through a second book, but I'm just leaving that on hold at the moment.
Right. Yeah, let's get this one out into the world. I mean, as a lifelong Niagara-on-the-Lake resident, I'm sure you've seen a lot of businesses come and go. So, some have remained. What are some of the changes in Niagara-on-the-Lake that really stand out in your mind?
Well, the only thing that hasn't changed is the faces of the stores. They're all basically the same. And but everything else is completely different. It was a completely different town when I grew up. It was a very quiet town. Mm-hmm. On Sundays, all stores were closed.
Okay.
And
yeah, so it's changed a lot over the years, but you remain. So what keeps you there?
I've always loved the town, and I had no desire to go anyplace else. And when I told my wife we were going to buy a house in Niagara-on-the-Lake, she says, "What makes you think I want to live in Niagara-on-the-Lake?" Well, that's where I'm buying the house, so that's where we're going to live.
Yeah, right. And now, I mean, it's such a desirable place for many folks to be, and just so much history.
Yeah.
So we should really be just so thankful of you for putting these photographic memories together for everybody. And I know that your wife was a great inspiration for this book, and she really, was very supportive in getting that along. And you lost her recently, and this book is dedicated
very sadly,
to her.
Yeah. She was the most wonderful woman in the world. I mean, we were married for 47 years, and now she's gone, and it's just unbelievable. It's just too much to comprehend.
Yeah, but you have all of these memories remain. You're going to have those for your children, putting together your own book. So what a lovely thing to do for your family. What a lovely thing to do for our community. Thank you so much, Jim, for taking all of these memories, putting them into a book for us, for our community to enjoy. Where can people go to get the book?
Well, they can get the book at Niagara Golf Club, at the Royal Canadian Legion on King Street, at the Niagara Historical Society, at the Niagara Apothecary at the corner of King and Queen Streets when they open in May. And you can get them online at Reflections Niagara jim@gmail.com.
So lots of ways to get your hands on the book.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, Jim. It was a real pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you very much. Okay.
You take
It was
care.
a pleasure meeting you too.
You as well.
Okay, thank you very much.